I got a question. Is there steel beams in all these pillars here?
No. They're what they call laminated wood beams. And if you look at these, you can,
I can look at it later.
okay, these are actual fiber exposed rails that we as a contractor will oblige to pay. This is month by month. You can see the steel turning into the columns, the pieces. See, these are all wood laminates.
All beams.
And you can see here that some of the walls aren't up. They did it one of two ways. You put up all the laminated beams and then the walls. We did it all at the same time. Totally out of sequence. Then, and this, right here at the base, that distance was really critical because, of course, as a geometric shape, if one of those bolts or nut, these bolts had been off, you could throw the whole structure out. So we had an engineer put a lot of time, one of our people, a lot of time. We spent extra money for additional thickness of the roofing paper. We put extra thickness of insulation on the roof and in the walls, which I assured Father Henry was money well spent. Crane lifted him up. Wow. And he had to put that cross at the very top. And
how high is the cross?
it was probably about 70 feet up in the air. You can, from the top here, you can see miles. You can see all over Bowie.
Goodness. Can you get up there?
It's not very easy because originally when there was talk about putting the choir in that upper area,
Yes, not what you
but we have a ship's ladder which is steel. You don't have your choir for a ship's ladder. Like
No, but I was thinking
Oh,
about,
yeah, well,
The
a
Vatican.
spiral stair would have been very expensive.
yeah.
We would have had to submit a plan to fire code it from one floor to the
Dangerous.
next.
Yeah.
And I says, Father, you don't even want to think about how much it's going to cost.
but it
So
looks
we
like
did.
there may be enough room up there for a choir, though.
He
Yeah,
thought
they
of it, but
get a ladder up there for
yeah, he thought of it, but we really, I said, we really didn't design for that. And I says, the only way to do it is a spiral staircase.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, then I've got to fight with the county with
Why?
how to
The
fireproof
The
it.
code.
Oh, because of the fire.
See, I had previously worked in Alexandria about how to fireproof ductwork from floor to floor. And they accepted a system that I drew up. But it was very costly. I mean, it could be done today, but to spend that kind of money
So there is an opening in there and space for.
There are storage closets up there.
There's a lot of stuff stored up there.
Store all your Christmas
Our,
trees there.
our Christmas card for Ascension, the real pretty one at midnight mass. Connie took that picture from up there. It's beautiful. I mean, it shows the ceiling.
Who did the stained glass?
Stained glass windows. We bought double frames with just glass for the outside. And then as families came forward and made contributions, the stained glass windows were purchased by different families.
Yeah, what's the cost of?
So Charlie Lawrence out of Philadelphia was the artist. He's one of the foremost stained glass artists in the world. He did the Anglican Cathedral downtown.
Because you know, we built St. Mark's Church in Adelphi. You know, we just moved here 2 years ago. And my heart breaks because we wanted stained glass. And they haven't done it because it's so expensive.
Really expensive, and it was kind of nice the way Father Henry did it. Is this big one was put in the original contract.
Oh, fantastic.
That was part of the original.
That's
job.
wonderful, yeah.
The others were put in later. The last one was that one, and happily it was put in the day before I said my first mass here.
Miracles, it's beautiful.
Father, excuse me, go
It's
ahead.
okay.
I'm sorry. What kind of saints did you pick for a relic for the altar?
Okay, that's a
always
good
interests
question.
me.
You remember that these altars were probably 50 years old, maybe 60. They had relics in them. We really don't know because when the guys took them apart, it was the last thing that they, and that is no longer a requirement to have a first-class relic in the altar. One of the questions that came up is where to put the tabernacle. Henry and I both felt it should be in the center,
Yes.
elevated.
Yes.
Bishop Carrata agreed with that. We did the Bishops' Conference Center in Washington. The first thing I looked at was the chapel. The tabernacle was right in the center. And I told Bishop Marino, I says, now, if you all could do it, you know, we did it at Ascension. He said, wow.
Father, you will be blessed for that, for having that
Yeah,
right
right,
in the
that's
center, where it should
Yeah,
be.
it should be.
Because
Bishop
it's
Carrata,
horrible when you see some of these
he
other
insisted.
It's horrible.
He promised me, he said, Jim, I will never come here again.
Yes,
if you don't put it in the
absolutely.
center."
That's so important. Even Sacred Heart on 450 has their tabernacle off the
Well,
side.
now, you see,
It was built different.
after
though.
Vatican II, that was kind of the norm. Monsignor Dade, who built St. Bernard's Church in Riverdale, told me that he had called 3 different liturgy experts and got 3 different places to put that tabernacle.
Wow.
Next thing they're gonna do is put them in the basement. No,
Well,
I'm so glad. That's terrible, that's.
I was,
Well, the other thing they're doing is not that many statues, which is another thing that's St.
Yeah.
Mark's, but they're finally beginning to fix it.
well, you know, one thing is that painting there.
That's beautiful, that is beautiful.
That came from Sacred Heart also.
Wow.
Father Henry's secretary renovated it. It took her over a year to touch it up and redo it. Mary Ann Boyer.
That's beautiful.
The other picture is done by a local artist, and the kids
It's beautiful.
are actually children of a parishioner.
you know, the evening masses, how you could light up the stained glass at
Oh,
the
the altar, yeah.
because it's
We
so
have,
beautiful.
we have so
Yeah, I know,
few,
I thought about that too.
you know,
Could there
evening
be
masses. We
lighting?
do have a light in the back to
Oh,
do
there
that.
is? Really?
Yeah, one thing that was, this was the last of the big stained glass windows. And I told Father Henry, I says, now, when you do that, you're gonna lose something. And he said, what's that? And at about 10 o'clock, with the sun coming through that clear glass, it used to hit that gold rosette, and it would spin around. And you could not take a picture of it. All you'd get was a big flash.
Yeah, that is a good idea. If there was some way to
Yeah,
bring
to
that
light
Jesus
We had
back
that.
there.
We had that.
That would be great.
It's so beautiful in the
You
daytime,
line it up at
you know?
night,
Yes.
some kids are liable to bust it.
Well, they, you know, it didn't tonight. I think we lighted it Christmas. We don't have that many night masses really in 1 week.
Yeah.
And
It's just so
4 o'clock, it's usually still
Yes.
Still
pretty
light, yeah.
But-
Father, where is that statue that you have here of the Blessed Mother that I saw?
Oh, okay.
What happened to that? Where is that? Is that from before the church burned
No,
down?
the
or what?
statue came from Sacred Heart. It's out on the side. Since then, a marble mechanic was telling me.
Is that the one that's outside
Yeah.
that I saw?
Yeah, see here, it's not there.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, we had it in the garage, but see, my guys had poured a little pedestal for it.
Uh-huh.
And somebody told me later that statue, there it is,
Yeah.
was priceless. That is carved out of one piece of marble
Oh, my God.
with a little chisel.
But that's not the same
It's
statue that I'm
treasures.
talking about, Father. The one that you have in the front of the book. Where is that from? I saw it. Up front there.
Statue.
Yeah, the statue of the Blessed Mother you just had on here. Was it on the, when you had it, that's not the one.
That one over
No,
there?
No, that one has a crown on it. Okay. Did you remember seeing it there when he had it open?
No,
Yes, I saw it, and I've been wondering, you know, looking to see where's the statue.
This is the consecration. This one I fell asleep. Sorry about that.
They took a picture of you falling asleep?
I hope not.
Where is this statue? I saw it when you had the book opened here.
What did it look like?
Blessed, big statue of the
I know,
Blessed
but
Mother
was it white
with a
or-
You
crown.
know, the doors in the back
Yeah.
are solid brass.
Oh, my goodness.
And I got them out of the Mayflower Hotel. We were renovating that, and they had bought new doors. And I asked the owner if I could have it there. And he
That was
said, I'll
nice.
sell them to you. And I said, no, you won't. You'll sign my ticket if I have to move them. They're not in my contract. So he gave them to me, all of them.
Where are they, brother? These
That
brass
one?
doors. No, the brass
No,
doors.
there's it.
In the back.
Oh, yeah?
The vestibule doors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
I was
no.
thinking the outside
picture.
doors.
That's
That's a picture.
That's just a picture, huh?
You know, part of
Isn't that
the,
beautiful, though?
Yes.
That
the
is
ceiling
beautiful.
reminds me of
I thought it was a
the
statue.
miraculous
Oh, yeah.
medal
Like it looks
chapel in France.
Isn't that glorious?
Olubach.
That's where he got the
Yeah,
idea. He'd go to Europe,
it's
and
beautiful.
he'd bring back a
It
postcard,
looks very
and I'd
much,
tell him, no,
very much
you
like,
can't have that.
yes, that's what it reminds me of. It's really beautiful.
This ceiling
Isn't that beautiful?
was approaching $500,000.
Oh, yes, that's the miraculous
Yeah,
medal.
200-something.
That's the sodality.
Looks
yeah.
like the
the
coronation of the
validated
Blessed
picture.
Mother, yeah.
He had that around the door frame, gold leafing. It was around the metal door, the brass door, and I said, enough's enough.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Oh, I think it's beautiful.
A lot of that expense is the gold leaf, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
he would come in and do one piece and say, okay, that'll be $7,500. It'd take him a week, he'd put the pews back, he'd come back a month later, do another piece, I'd write him out another check, he'd put the pew bags, you know, it took 4. I know it took 3 years to do this ceiling.
How big is a piece? How big is a piece that
I
they
think
were
they were like 3 by 3 panels.
They're 1 meter by
It took a
1
long
meter,
time.
1 square meter, I think.
And the
That's a little over 6
parishioners
feet.
were coming and picking them up and taking them home and painting the blue background, and he'd take them to his shop and put the gold in.
Wow.
When was the ceiling completed, Father?
Let's see, I came in 99, 96, probably 97, maybe January.
I think that was because I remember when it was not completed yet. I remember when I first started coming here to this church, I remember seeing
And
it. And all of a sudden it was done.
You know, number one,
Yeah, it
Father
took a
Henry
while.
had never got permission
It took a while to do.
for the seal.
That's been quite
He never did?
It's okay.
His thinking was, I had given him a price to do it. Now, this was when I was his deacon. Now I'm a priest. I said, Father, that's no good. That's 4 years ago. And he says, yeah, but you gave me a price, so it's part of the contract.
Oh, my.
You had to know how he thought.
Well, he got what he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Where is he now?
He's in Florida. He's retired. He had some medical problems. He's doing very well. I talked to him before Christmas.
Yeah.
But
Is there a retirement home there for priests?
no,
No.
not down there.
Because
We don't retire. We're supposed to keep working until we're like 75.
They work till they're 75.
I mean, building this.
I got a sister who's a nun.
Father Henry
She's-
kept telling me, you don't
She's
have
still
any
teaching.
faith.
She's 68 now.
I said, no, what I got is a calculator.
She's 72.
And 25 years of
Now what they're saying
experience.
is
That's
once a
what
priest,
scares
always a
me.
priest.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are,
But-
Yeah,
always a
right.
priest.
You don't,
He got
there's a
what he
need,
wanted.
you gotta fulfill it, you know,
Yeah.
if you're healthy enough to do it. You know?
Exactly.
We couldn't do this again for $5 million,
5.
at least.
$5
And
million.
that was one of the complaints of the bishops, that they were getting contemporary churches built that were ugly,
Yeah.
Ugly.
that cost more.
But they're
And
ugly.
all the architects got used to this easy contemporary stuff. And
It's a
they
crime.
started designing what they wanted, weren't listening to the pastor.
It's a crime. It's a real crime.
Do you ever watch
I think
Mother
that's the one
Angelica?
thing unique about this church, you know, it's.
You know what she calls
walk in
them
and you
churches
think
that
of
they're
our
building
Lord
now?
Up there.
Airplane
You know,
hangers.
it's not like a.
She says they're not churches.
Monsignor Hogan used to say that. He says, Monsignor Hogan was my football coach in grade school.
I miss him, I still miss him.
And my number was 34, and he called me 34 for 59 years. He'd write me a Christmas card, Dear Father 34. And I remember him coming in and looking around, and he says, you know, 34, you and Henry are really building a church, aren't you? I think so. I says, I don't know what price glory, but, you know, so far we're within the budget, and it's okay.
Very nice.
He
I
had a
love
nice
him.
church
I
too.
love
sing
him.
about.
Yeah.
He had a beautiful voice. He could
Who?
really
Oh, I didn't know
sing, you
him.
know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Well,
That
how about
old
the Czestochowa
Irishman, I tell you, was
icon in the,
That old
That was
Irishman.
done
Oh,
by
yeah, oh, yeah,
a
He was a
Franciscan
pro-life man, boy.
Yes, I
To Father
love
Henry?
him, I tell
that
you.
Father Henry knew.
Father Hogan.
And he was gone, just like that, you know, it only took maybe
You know,
a
I've had to
year when he
move
came down with
on.
that
Oh, we're
horrible.
gonna make that
What
the
was it
Divine
that,
Worship Chapel. I was wrong. It was dedicated
Alzheimer's?
to
Yeah.
Our Lady of
Maybe.
Chesterhover. That thing
Alzheimer's, whatever
changed.
they call it, he was
that's
gone
what
so
they do.
I mean, who was
fast.
gonna change
People
it?
that go in there, they wanted
And,
to
uh,
change.
That's a
you know.
blessing if you go fast. with that.
Absolutely
It is,
not.
because a lot of people
I
suffer
had a
with
cousin
it for a long
that had it
time.
for
You
about
do
3
not
years
change
before
it.
he died.
That's suffering a long time.
It's so beautiful in there. You have to look in it.
But
Yeah, you know, it's a pity, Father, more people didn't show up. That was an excellent talking.
I know, you did so
It's
beautiful.
such a
I'm
lousy.
you know,
so
there
ashamed.
was a lot
They
of
could do
pain.
better
Yeah.
than that.
Me even thinking back all those years.
Yeah,
what it
I'm
took to-
disappointed if
Yes.
they do
Yeah,
this
yeah.
to them,
You know, I thought I might be defrocked as a deacon when I went after the building. I mean, I went after them with both hands. They got me started, and then
Yeah,
it
right.
really went downhill. Like, you clowns have sat here for years and years. You let designs come in here that the pastor can't change the lights. They're too high. You do this, you do it over and over. You make the same stupid mistake.
You told him this?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I mean,
Well, he looks like a
Cardinal
type
Hickey
that's not
was being
ashamed to say
nice
what
when
he
he
thinks.
said I was a little
And it's good. I'm proud of him for that.
real abrasive. I was, you know, because it looked like these guys,
It's
it was like
awful.
dealing with a huge government agency,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
don't do it today, we'll do it
Yeah,
next
right.
year.
Right.
Right, I can imagine. Boy.
And there was no work out
Yeah.
at the time. The contractors were hungry. The word on the street was it was going to be the last job I did. That they had found out I was going into seminary when this was, and everybody in town wanted to be the last one. That Bishop Carrada, you know, he used to get mad. He'd say, "You can do a beautiful church." This before the seal. He said, "You give us this beautiful church for $1.3 million, for $1.2 million, and we paid $3 and $4 million and get junk."
I
Yeah,
know.
well, that's a nice compliment. Boy.
Talk to your architect there.